I've been flying over 40 years in or over every state in the continental United States. I just think how lucky I am. I love living here. I love watching the people. I love coming out here. You know, I got one of the best airports in the state of Texas to land on, and I like the small town atmosphere that Mineral Wells provides. The area is really, really nice. Needs some money, but it's really, really nice. Right now, the economy is everywhere, but here it's really hurting. You know, a lot of people here working, and those jobs are drying up. There's not any jobs here.
Mineral Wells is not the town I grew up in. As a young child growing up here, it was a very busy, vibrant town to live in. And today you could almost lay down in the middle of the street downtown. But I still love this town.
When I moved here in 1974, you talk about a depressed town. I was able to buy a very nice 3-bedroom brick house, 2-car garage for $25,000.
Mineral Wells has had an extremely boom-bust background. This was an international resort destination. People came here from all over. It started out with water.
This had been America's #1 healing place. For close to 75 years, you had almost 500,000 people coming here every single year to drink the waters, to take the water cures, to see the natural therapists. And the town flourished because it actually worked.
I guess you would look at it as Hot Spring, Arkansas, Las Vegas. The town was booming, people being hard at the hotels and factories. My first job was at the Baker Hotel.
This extremely iconic hotel sitting in the middle of town, going through all the ups and downs.
As you're coming in, you see this monolith. It's hard to fathom. How does a hotel of 450 rooms end up into a town of 20,000? In its heyday, it was enormously successful national, if not international, hotel. People came from everywhere.
There was a time during the Depression, the largest employer locally was the Baker Hotel. No one built a swimming pool in their home because everyone went to the Baker. Nobody had washers and dryers. Pretty much everybody used the laundry at the Baker Hotel. It was just so cheap and they picked up and delivered. There was a time when film stars came here. It was just a wonderful, wonderful economic time.
It provided the life force for this town. You know, the reason of being for Mineral Wells was largely the hotel. So when it died, it literally pulled the life out of this town.
It dried up. Not the water dried up, but the tourism dried up. And that was the economy of Mineral Wells. So half of the town left.
When the water business died in Mineral Wells, and then when the Army base closed down, basically just about everyone with money left. This became a ghost town.
To see that darkened monster sitting on our main drag, it's how everybody identifies the town, and it's kind of hard when your town is identified by something that died.
Built in 1929 and has been vacant since the early 70s. It's a sore spot for the town. It's in the heart of the town. You know, your heart's not beating. The rest of you is not going to be doing very well.
Calls come in every year asking, has the hotel been restored?
It was just mind-boggling to me that this beautiful structure was sitting here and nobody was doing anything to bring it back to life.
We are working on the political side with people in Austin, with people in Washington, trying to get funds made available to the developers. And they have put together a team that is just awesome.
To make this happen, I needed to find people in all different disciplines that had the same passion for this project.
We came in and we were just astonished. Our jaws were wide open all the way through here.
We want to go back and give them honor and tribute by bringing back their building the way it was. I took a knife to the mortar's outstanding. So the guys mixing the concrete and the mortar knew what they were doing, and they did it better than people are doing it today.
The bones, the structure is largely intact and is solid.
This hotel has a story. I mean, every single space. I mean, you look at the balconies and meeting rooms and the guest rooms and the lobby, and you can almost hear the music and feel the energy.
Other cities around the country have seen revitalization of their entire city as a result of one project.
And the support locally would take your breath away. Open the doors and they'll fill up the lobby. It's just the damnedest thing I've ever seen. But if you have a flow of people that are coming to stay at the hotel, you're gonna have a flow of people that need to go to restaurants, who need to go to movie houses, that need to go shopping.
And you're going to see the entire downtown, the face of Mineral Wells is just going to change.
The economy in the town is depressed, we can tell that. The economy not far outside of town is strong.
As the economy, the national economy grows, this is going to be a gold mine.
The water is still here. The water is just as good as it was back 100 years ago. Think of what would happen if you opened it up to a larger population by rebuilding the Baker. Think of what would happen if you marketed this town again.
They're going to come in here for crazy water. They're going to come in here just for the area. You know, it's going to bring people here if they'll just put it back together.
I have great hopes that Mineral Wells will one day be a bustling tourist attraction. We have things to offer in this community by the way of our history that's just really fundamental to the backbone of what Texas is.
This is a fountain of youth. This
is
building
rebirth.
could be a rebirth to the town.
Yeah. I mean, it's become
A mission.
a mission and a moral obligation.
I think everybody's gonna be,
Probably like a parade, I would
Happy.
think. They're gonna be standing outside.
they
looking
can
to see.
finally relax and say, it's gonna happen. It's
Really, it's really gonna happen this time.
There's only three things that are gonna happen. Either this building is gonna get renovated, I'm gonna die trying to get it renovated, or the building is gonna fall down. And I can tell you, this building is not falling down, so I can't tell you how long it takes to get to the final destination. But we will get there.